Welcome to Tales from the Cave Side, where Lillian and Chris, we bought a cave house and finca on the outskirts of a small Spanish town. Follow us as we learn to renovate and create a home that we will be proud of.
So what I'm going to do today is make Lillian one of her favourite treats, which is like a flapjack. Not the oven baked variety, we both have a preference for the non-baked one. So, oats, and a bit of a cheat, a ready-made muesli. It's got all these nice things in. I thought we had some dried dates left, but we must have used them. I've already chopped up some dried apricots, and these are chocolate-coated dried figs. They're absolutely delicious. Now I need more honey than what we have here, and that's the last honey that we have from when we went to the island of Rhodes. The one local to here is also equally as good, but has a different flavour. And this is another local honey. It's actually tastes of aniseed. Where we got it from, in a small jar, because we wasn't sure if we'd like it or not. The guy who produces it, their bees was taking the nectar from the anise flowers. And it tastes of aniseed. It's absolutely delicious. So I've just started cutting the figs up. I'd love to know how they grow figs coated in chocolate and then manage to dry them out. Absolutely amazing. What do you think?
Clever.
Okay, so I put butter in there, unsalted. It's quite a lot, but there's going to be a lot going in there, so I'll just put some of this aniseed honey in. And I've got to get the last of this.
I'll warm it in the microwave. Well, I'll put that in the microwave to warm it up. There's still a little bit in the bottom. I'm going to have to find a spatula or something. I can't let that go to waste.
There. And it's in. So already with the aniseed one. Mm-hmm. It smells nice. It doesn't actually, that tastes of aniseed and it smells of aniseed, but now it's warm, it doesn't.
Oh really?
It doesn't. No, but there again, I suppose the butter's overpowering it. So this whole bag of muesli, as I say, it did look a lot of butter, but it's not really. That goes in. Always make a big batch because it keeps.
It doesn't need to keep. I like it, so I eat it. So I've been holding this very carefully, and there's a little bit here.
Thank you.
That might make just the difference between a really good batch and the best batch ever made.
Yes. The beauty of the baked ones is it makes it more fluffy and softer, but we like it with a bit more of a crunchy bite, don't we?
Yes.
Now, so get this all pressed down now. Best have another piece of paper. I don't have to press down my hands.
Just get your fingers in there.
Okay. Some time has passed.
Sometime later.
Yes. Does it come out all like this?
Yes.
Not too thick.
That bit for you and that bit for me. Set nicely.
Maybe we should have done its cutting while it was still a little bit pliable, maybe.
It cuts better with this bit of the knife, so because I'm doing the end.
Yeah.
But we just need a little bit to try, because it'd be rude not to.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Not crumbly? Mm-mm. Cool. Maybe.
It's chewy.
You know how you said the aniseed honey, you lost the smell when you had it in the pan?
Mm-hmm.
Got a little tiny bit of aniseed. It's delicious.
Awesome.
You've not made it that way before?
No, not with that aniseed honey, no.
No, you try.
I will do in a little bit.
Well, it's not raining today. I know we keep going on about the weather. We're going to stop banging on about the weather because you guys must be bored of it. We are. We are going to start painting. So that's lime wash in Cave 2.
But first we are going to go in and have a quick check round and see if we got any water come in, because we have had that much rain. Potentially it might have come down chimneys, whatever. We're going to go and do an inspect.
Yes.
And we're going to do it live with you because we haven't been in there yet.
Well, definitely nothing will go in there.
No, never had a problem there.
Yes, we have. There's some water going there. And it's finally coming through the land.
Yes.
Doing its job. Not going to get damaged.
Yeah.
Right,
So if you remember before, this patch was dry, it was still a bit damp down there. It's now all gone the darker colour, which means we've got the dampness is coming through, but that is fine because that is what the lime is for. The dampness can come through, exit, not cause a problem.
right, so when we first moved here, we arrived in December, and then there was mental rain in the April. And we were flooded in here. I think I said about it before, but we spent a whole weekend mopping and emptying water that just covered.
We were pretty much bailing out. If you can see where the doors originally were, the cave is lower and it was coming in there and coming in both chimneys.
It was. This one would be the worst. Right. Well, it's dry here,
Okay.
but we have had water come through the chimney.
Yes.
All down here, look, there's a drip marks where it's all come down.
Yeah.
This is a job that we also need to get sorted out, but we're prioritising getting this lot done. Well, that's a quick change of plan.
Quick change of plan. A neighbour's just come and asked if I will please go and help. There's an English gentleman in town who's in trouble. The doctor's on his way and they want me to go and help translate. So I'm off. I'll see you later.
Right, see you in a bit. So, there you go. That was one of our Spanish neighbours from just up the road. The guy who he's talking about, we don't know him. He lives in town and he's English. And so he needed some help. So, there we go. Anyway, I'll get sorted out, getting ready for doing the lime painting, and think about getting some scraping done. I've got this room to sort out. So, I need to clear all that windowsill and get that all done. There's a pile of gubbins there. But I need to get all this floor scraped up. Now, we didn't bother putting polythene out here because it's going to be getting new tiles. But we're going to be tiling on top of the tiles that are already here because they're nice and flat and we don't have to think about it.
Right, well I went down to help this English couple. Our local doctor went out to their house and the doctor couldn't speak to them and vice versa. And I've now been asked to go to the hospital with them. So I don't know how long I'm going to be. I've got changed into suitable clothing rather than painting clothing. And I'm off to the hospital to help in any way that I can.
Right, that's Lillian gone again. So it just leaves me and the boys. We don't know how long she's going to be at all. We don't even know where she's going to. So she's written off today. Just because, you know, we can't make any plans for today. So I'm going to make a start on scraping. Right, so I'll start here. Get this all scraped up and all this stuff out of the way. And then it looks like I may have to use some acid on it. It's actually quite easy to scrape, even with this rubbishy scraper. As you can see, it comes up quite easy. But it's going well so far. I wish we'd had the foresight to put down plastic when we started to do this, but I suppose it would have been a bit in the way because this has all been topped up as well. Right, that's all done. All the thick stuff's off. Now I'm just going to do a quick test patch with the acid and see what it does. I'm hoping it won't affect these tiles. The terracotta, so they should be okay. Right, well, it's definitely fizzing. Let's see. I'm standing well back, just for this little tiny piece. It's actually spread onto a couple of other tiles, so I really am hoping it's not going to cause any damage. Well, they've come up well. Let's give it a good sponge down. It's actually removed the lime from between the grout as well, so it'll need a little bit more work, but yeah, they've come up well. And now I need to get some fresh clean water and just give it another quick wipe down. There it is, all done. Been washed down, wiped down. Made a little bit of a mess here, but that'll paint out anyway. And there's only water from rinsing down. Made a little bit of a colour in it. And there you go. That's taken quite a long time with the scraping and everything. When we use it on the floor, it won't matter so much because we've got big areas to do and won't have to be quite as careful. Apart from in areas such as this, like, as you can see, some of the staining's gone into the lime. So it'll be nice if the rest of the floor's as easy as this. It won't take too long at all. Well, that's the problem with the softer brushes and this stuff. It doesn't sweep up particularly well. So I've just got that harder, more nylon-y bristle brush. I've cleared myself a little space and I'll just see how it goes. Okay, so the battery's just gone flat on the camera and I really can't be bothered to go and get another battery just to finish this bit. Right, that's this room ready for whitewashing. That's all nice. Floor's all done. Now after it's been whitewashed, its light will go up, so then we'll have light in it. And then this floor will be tiled.
Well, yesterday was a bit of a write-off. I did help out. I went to the hospital with the people from the village here and helped out in translation. And seeing as the day was a write-off from starting painting, etc., I went supermarket shopping on my way home. Now, we have had a problem recently with products from, it's a big well-known supermarket, and it's something we used to have when I was a little girl in Africa. And you can get, I believe they're flower moths. I don't know what they're actually called, but you can open a bag of flour and there are little tiny worms, or there are flowers. There are moths in your cupboard and they get into flour, pasta, things like that. So what we've been doing is what my mum used to do when I was a little girl, is got home, put everything in the freezer because that will kill anything. It turns out it's now a thing here. I've never seen these before. These are also available in said supermarket. Now it seems to be a little packet that you open up, put in your cupboard, and it catches said moths. You take the sticky back plastic off this and either stick it on the back of your cupboard door inside, or just shove it in amongst your products, and that will then catch the moths. If it does, they're not going to have a very nice time of it. That is horribly sticky.
So it's basically a moth house.
Yes.
Okay, well, there's a thing.
There's a thing. Never seen anything like that before.
Oh.
But it obviously means that it is a thing. We will give it a go.
Yes.
I'm still going to continue to put everything in the freezer because I know that works. The old ways are perhaps sometimes always the best, aren't they? The light and everything was all set up yesterday. As you know, life got in the way. So we are now going to go mix some lime wash using lime putty and water. I need to get changed. Whilst I get changed, Chris needs to fix this electricity cable for me. He didn't do that yesterday, so he'll do that whilst I get changed. And I'm going to get a piece of plastic down on the floor here, just loose, just so that when I'm painting, I minimise the amount of mess I end up making on the floor.
Right, from our research, it should be a mixture of 2 parts water, 1 part this lime putty. So there's still water in there anyway, so that doesn't matter. I just grab some of that lime water because why not? Got the right consistency. 2 to 1 was obviously too much water. Yeah, it says single cream. Lillian says that's single cream thickness.
Yep.
Right, that's that done.
Okay.
Have you got your polyethylene down?
I have.
Awesome. Right, let's carry this in and see what happens.
Gotta get past the doorman.
Yes.
Polyethylene is down. Cables are safe.
I'm bagged.
And bagged. Right, I haven't got gloves or anything on yet. We'll just do this as a test. Swap your camera for some paint.
Hey, you've got to come out of the way, David, mate.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay. Awesome. Right, you get yourself sorted then.
I will.
You want to do the ceiling first, don't you?
I do. I just wanted to check the consistency. Really happy with that. So I'm going for it.
Good enough.
Good to go.
They're my gloves.
I know, because I've got ordinary gloves underneath. Because I find when I've got gloves on for a long time, my hands sweat and it ends up giving me sores on my hands. So
Hopefully they'll work as glove liners.
hopefully that'll work as glove liners. Right, so I've put a little test patch on here. We'll keep an eye on that. We need it to soak in. The whole idea is that this lime now soaks into this to create what it needs to create, basically. It needs to be part of the render. It doesn't need to be a coating on the top. We need it to soak in. This is soaking in. It's still got a bit of a sheen on it from the wetness. Yeah, that's definitely wet. Clean bit of glove. Clean bit of glove. Yeah, that's soaking in, so that's doing its job, that's good. The other thing is with the paint, the lime paint that I've made, lime wash, got to keep mixing it because the lime will want to naturally sink to the bottom. At the end of the day, it's a powder in suspension, isn't it?
The idea of the lime wash is you just build it up over time as well. So
Yes.
if it needs redoing, you just top it up.
Yes. The gentleman who works in the yard at the Builders Merchant, he remembers his mum having a bucket of lime wash under her Saturday morning clothes washing sink, and he used to be put outside with the chickens, and she'd get the lime wash out and just top up all around the house, all around the yard, all around the garden, places where it needed topping up, just to keep building layers up, because it does wear away, it's a natural product, but it was traditional that she would do that every Saturday. So it is something that you can just keep building on.
That's it. And that's the whole idea of it, because it becomes part of the structure as opposed to a coating,
A coating
of
on
the
the
structure.
top. It's soaked in as part of it.
Yeah, that's it. Right, I'll go and fetch your other brush.
Thank you. So apart from the other brush, I also got one of these traditional round brushes, and now I know why. It's much, much easier to slap it on with this. And unlike an emulsion or anything, this is great. I don't have precious about it. Wherever it goes, I don't care. If it's falling down the wall, fine. It's going to be painted there with the whitewash anyway.
So is it, go on.
Sorry.
I was going to say, is that brush quicker?
Yes.
Okay.
And I can get up into the weird shapes with it much easier, look.
Oh yeah.
It's not really painting, I suppose. We think painting. I'm just dabbing it into the holes. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay, right. I'll go and carry on scraping other parts of this floor.
Okie dokie.
Just found a problem, didn't we?
We did. Quality control wasn't as good as it could have been.
No.
And tapping around here before painting everything. And what was here was hollow, like on when we did that archway.
Yeah.
So Chris has just taken it all off, cleaned it out. Didn't take properly for whatever reason, so we've got a patch to fix.
Yeah, that's not a big job.
No.
Annoying. Yeah, but it's all that crumbly stuff again.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
So I've just swept it all out, taken the bits off, quite a bit. It's all in there now. So while Lillian's doing a painting, I'll make a quick mix of lime up and get it on.
Yeah.
That'd be a good idea, will it?
That'd be a very good idea, yes.
Okay, I'll get that done.
Okay.
So you're not going to be able to paint that little bit today. It'll take a day or two before you can go just in that area.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. That is a real shame.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
At least we found it now. Not like, oh, it's all done and done. Hooray, look, we're finished. Oh, shoot, we've got to take something off because we didn't do it right.
Yes.
That's the whole point of this.
That is it.
Ta-da! Postcode's done. It looks a bit there. But it's supposed to look there. It did up in the corral, if you remember when we did it. Just kind of breaks your head a bit when you see it again. Yes. So that is first coat done. Yes, it's patchy. Yes, that's normal. I'll come back tomorrow and give it a second coat.
Okay.
Assuming it's dried enough. We haven't got much air movement here. If not, I'll start on the section where you are now and then come back to this the day after. However it works.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure it'll be dry enough.
I'm sure it will.
I'm sure it'll be plenty dry because this patch just up here on the ceiling, it's already gone matte.
Yes, you can see here it's all matte, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, right. You can't put another coat on now.
Nope.
Okay.
So that's it?
It's taking you what? About 3 hours?
Yes, about 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's bad. The rest of it's not going to be as easy where you are now. The similar ceiling to this, that's going to be fine. The other ceiling is going to take longer, so be it.
Okie doke. I'll leave you to clean your tools.
Oh, thank you. You're not doing it for me. I thought you were my labourer.
Yes.
I fixed the hole in the wall. Chris did make the mix, but I can't trust him to put the plaster on the wall. And he'd have got in my way. So you can see it's a different colour because we've done the batch that he made is with the lime putty, like we did for the other top-up patches. So leave that to go off. It'll be sponged. It'll be whitewashed in good time. However long it takes to dry. Doesn't matter. I've got plenty of other painting to get on with. So get on with this room, and then we'll keep working out avoiding that patch.
Yeah, I would say it'll take 2 or 3 days, maybe even more.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I mustn't forget to sponge it, but that again looked like the ceiling in the cathedral bedroom. It's a lot longer going off process, so I hope we'll sponge it in like an hour or something.
No.
I mustn't forget.
No, don't you forget.
I won't forget.
So don't forget it.
I won't forget.
Bet you do.
But you won't let me.